And when you walk yourself inside my crosshairs, I'm going to hug the trigger. And I'm going to drop you. You can't withhold this from me. When you have that, unstoppable. Unstoppable. And then when you have the model in your hand and you know exactly how you're going to perform with it, you have no idea. You have no idea the potential you have then. Every goal that you ever set, smashed. Every goal that you ever imagined within your reach, smashed. And you look around and think, man, I did not have high enough goals. This was too easy. This was too easy. But while you're going through it, it seems impossible. They're not doing it. So why are you taking other people's advice that aren't doing shit? If they're not doing better than you, they don't have any opinion on how to make you better. Cut it out. You want to be self-sufficient. You want to be able to make this money on your own. You don't want to listen to me. You don't want to listen to anybody else. You don't even want to be on social media. Fuck these people. You don't want to give a shit about what they say about you. You don't care. You don't give a shit if they see what house you live in. You don't give a shit what kind of car you drive, how much money you got in the fucking bank. You don't care about none of that because you're living your life. You're taking care of your family. If it fucking offends you, I don't give a shit. Move on down the fucking road because this is where the rubber meets the road, folks. No one's going to protect you. I can't protect you. You're going to fuck it up if you fuck it up, and you did it in your own hands. But if you do the due diligence and say, I'm cutting all the bullshit out today. I'm cutting it all out. I got no excuses now. He said it. I got no excuses. It's there. It's in the charts every single day, every single week. This is the hardest, easy money you've ever made. And the only thing that complicates it is the person you see in the mirror. How long are you going to let that person in the reflection of that mirror hold you back? You think you look like that person in the reflection of that mirror. You don't. You don't. It's backwards. And it's not shocking when you think about how we think ass backwards. We think about things backwards because we don't think we deserve it. Bullshit. You deserve it. The fact that you're still listening to me, bloviate. You know you want it. You can fucking taste it. It's ready. It's within grasp. You know it's there. You just gotta keep digging. It's gonna happen for you. I have dozens other ones that I'm begging for them to come forward. New step. New step. New spring in their step. Why? Because they don't need ICT no more. And guess what, baby? Woo! That's exactly what you do when you graduate. Fuck you, ICT. Thanks, brother. See ya. That's exactly how I want you to do. I don't want you tethered to me. I don't want you constantly tethered to me. I want you to say, thank you so much, but I ain't got time to be messing with you no more. I got things to do. Places to be. Boom. That's exactly how you leave the nest. That's it. We're done.
Yo, 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 yo. Good morning, good morning, good morning, everybody. Happy, geez, what day is it today? Thursday? Good morning, guys. Hope you guys are doing well. Like the stream on your way in. Say what's up in the chat. Hope you guys are doing well. We have market open in about 20 seconds. Good morning, Jan. Good morning, MJ. Good morning, Nika, Zachariah. Happy PPI day, guys. What's up, MJ, Zach, Sashin, Trading View, Rockable, MAGA Musketeer. Let's go. What's up, Ella, Francesco, Kookie, Alex, Juan, J Mark, Umar. Good morning, good morning, good morning, everybody. Like the stream on your way in, boys. Let's get rocking and rolling, shall we? So, looking at the chart today, my bias going into today from last night when I was just looking at, like, kind of getting my my plan for the day down. Looking at charts last night, I wanted to see price deliver to the previous daily low and daily fair value gap, which we have now done. And of course, that target was hit overnight. Typical. So now I tend to maybe favor a little bit more upside now that we've traded down to that sell side and we are being sponsored from a daily fair value gap, as well as 3 standard deviations of Asia low. However, we are caught up right now in this hourly bearish fair value gap, which seems to be holding for the moment. So I would say I'm a little bit neutral if I had to just be totally honest, because if this holds and we just see price continue displacing lower, I think I would still favor downside, and I would favor a rebalance of minimum this leg, but also potentially, I mean, at some point, I want to see that new week opening gap traded too. I don't care what anyone says, but we haven't rebalanced to 50% yet. So to say that we couldn't go any lower, I don't think would be accurate. However, for me to be comfortable longing, I would like to see this PD array fail. You know, I'd hate to be trying to force a long right in here, and then all of a sudden this ends up holding and we sell for lower, and then I'm sitting there with my winky in my hand, sad. You know what I mean, boys and girls? You know what I mean? Let me check the poll though. By the way, guys, last day, May 15th, last day of the month for the 40% deal for Tradeify new users. Just so you guys are aware. Ends today at 11:59 p.m. EST. What's up, Mad Buyer? What's up, Jordan? Good to see you, man. Bias today for the chat, 51% bullish. The Bulls are still in town. Yeah, so a little bit long bias today for the chat. ES did rebalance 50%. Let's check. Yeah, it looks like it did. It looks like it did rebalance to this leg. It really kind of depends on where you're drawing it up. We've been so bullish, obviously, that, you know, like this is just drawn up from the previous price leg. But to me, this wasn't really even much of a manipulation before the move up. This was just another higher low put in, and then we made another move for these highs. But, you know, realistically, what I was hoping to kind of see, at least at the beginning of the week, was looking at the daily chart, or maybe it was the weekly, the daily, the weekly, but we got this huge 250 point new week opening gap down in here that I was hoping we'd get price redelivering back into at some point. But being that it's Thursday, I don't know if we're going to take the rest of this week and pull back, like if we've already put in the high of the week potentially, or if we got higher to go. But you know, if you were to drop the weekly range from the weekly low to the weekly high, currently we're obviously nowhere near any rebalancing as far as that goes. But again, just trying to stay on side with the order flow as much as possible, right? Like it's easy to sit here and try to say, oh, we need to rebalance, and then we just like never do, and you're sitting there constantly waiting for something that doesn't come. So like if we're bullish, I want to look for things that can kind of tell me that we're just going to keep going higher. Like, so for me, like if this 1 hour fair value gap fails, to me, I just don't know why anything would be telling me to go short at that point. But yes, you are right. Based on the same leg, ES did rebalance to 50%, so that could add a little bit of confidence to any longs that form. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. We are pushing up here at the open so far. Let's go ahead and we'll double up for now, I guess. So yeah, I would say a little bit more neutral bias. I kind of outlined for you guys though what I'm wanting to see in price before I favor one side or the other though. Let me open up open up trade of 8 here. Hold on, boys. Can't have you doxing my info. Can't have you doxing my info. We're back. You ever change your profit-taking strategy depending on market conditions? I mean, a little bit, Aaron. Yeah, like I try to kind of get an expectation based around really the economic calendar usually. Like yesterday, for an example, we had no news or any day after CPI, day before PPI. Nothing really super important going on. So I would have been more apt to take like low-hanging fruit yesterday. And we didn't even get to my first low-hanging fruit target for the short that I took. We were up 50 points, and then it just reversed and kind of stayed range-bound for the most part. We did end up kind of just trickling higher throughout the day and then closed as a bullish candle. But, you know, I would also say that I'm working on trying to improve my profit-taking. I'm trying to get away from partialing. And doing more full pulls more often now. But I mean, partialing is fine. Like partialing is something that really helped me, like just psychology wise, because obviously we know that it can be really fucking aggravating to have a trade that goes a certain amount of distance in your favor, right? You're in a certain amount of profit and you're sitting there like, well, we could go for a bigger move, but we also could reverse, and I'd hate to make nothing. So obviously partialing is a way to kind of scratch the itch. But then I think over time, right, you kind of gain a little bit more confidence with some of the draws that you choose in the targets. And I feel like that I could be potentially holding myself back from like I'm leaving a lot of money on the table by partialing is kind of the moral of the story. So that was one of my biggest goals coming into this year, really, was I wanted to partial less and get fully in and out of positions more. And then I also, by the end of the year, I want to see real progress in my ability to scale into positions and add to winners. But you know, it kind of takes time. You got to get the reps in, and obviously you got to have the conditions that are conducive with all that as well. So I mean, either way, for the last like 2 weeks, like really since May started, like April was awesome, March was awesome, for the most part, I guess. And then, like I feel like so far this month, it's just been such a weird, you know, my draws getting hit, never in New York AM session, like ever. Or if they do get hit, it's like market opens up and just goes straight there. And I'm just sitting here getting left in the dust, you know? So it's just been a weird month for me so far. But it hasn't been bad. It hasn't been bad. It's not like I've been just losing or anything like that. It's just like break evens. Like so far this week, I've taken 3 trades. All of them are break even. So that's what I mean when I say it's a little bit like not the best for me. Because I haven't really been able to make a whole lot of money yet. No payouts yet for May. No. Well, the payout that I requested at the end of April it didn't hit till May, if you count it like that. But no, yeah, there was a couple, like the first week, maybe the first couple weeks of May. Well, no, I guess just first week of May, where I mean, you guys saw on stream a lot, like FOMC or NFP, like getting left behind by like the smallest of margins on a couple of the really nice moves. Like those are the trades that like can make your whole week if you catch them. So a little disappointed with those. It's a game of ticks, boys and girls. Ain't that so? Ain't that how trading goes? It is literally sometimes a game of ticks. A game of ticks. One tick can be the difference. We are 10 minutes into the open. And it is giving me the vibe that is wanting to hold this 1 hour gap for the moment. I'm watching this 5 minute. Seeing if we get a change in the state here. Structure shift below this low. Here's your 15-minute chart. Don't want to jump the gun on this because this could change in the next couple of minutes and look totally different. So 15-minute candle closure here in like 4 minutes. Was interested to see if we were going to put SMT at these highs. We did not. We hit New York midnight on ES. Bouncing between New York midnight and 9:30 open. Just kind of swept this low. We're watching 1 minute price. I got the 1 minute on my other monitor here, but just wicked this low and back in this range. So not trying to jump the gun on anything here. There is SMT? No. Well, not at this high. I mean, let's see. Someone said something about SMT with London, I thought. I didn't even look. I did a quick toggle back and forth, but I didn't see any SMT. Yeah, so London high, we have SMT. With ES taking that out so far. But yeah, like I said, guys, I mean, if this hourly gap does not hold, price down, then I think I just want to favor the longs to highs and maybe some standard deviation projections. That's probably what I'll go with here. We you know, previous daily high. Otherwise, like, we got some daily gaps up in here if we want to stretch for that. We're already in the weekly. You know what I mean? We're already hitting this weekly bearish gap up in here. So that was also a part of the reason, like, the way price formed yesterday, daily closed, formed this daily for value gap. I'm like, oh, okay, this will be great. Like, short-term target, get the sell-off into this daily gap, and then maybe get a deeper drive, right? This is all, we got a daily gap down here as well. Like, we have, this is why part of the reason I wanted to see short yesterday. We already had a daily gap formed, you know, and we've got more room that we can go to rebalance if need be. So just trying to stay, like I said, stay in alignment with whatever order flow is. And right now, order flow, like, this is selling off from a weekly gap up in here. So, you know, you could find the logic with that, I guess, is the moral of the story. But we'll see. We will see about that. About that, we will see. Right now, just chopping back and forth in here in this hourly gap. We've got 15-minute candle closing here in a minute, and then we have obviously like 5 minutes till macro, and then another 15-minute candle until the top of the hour. One minute, looking like it's rallying here after that low sweep. I guess we did put a little 1 minute SMT at that low. As well. Let me close the poll out, by the way. 300 votes, final vote, 51% bullish. So everybody's bullish today. This is the type of shit that just makes me want to be bearish, just because. No offense, though. NQO says he's taken one trade the whole month. Yeah, it feels like I've taken one trade the whole month. Just, it's one of those times, you know? But it's really easy to get frustrated and, like, just force it, you know? I've kind of been maybe even a little bit lucky that I've had other stuff going on that I'm just not, it's taking my attention, so I'm not even spending enough, like, a lot of time extra on charts, which, you know, you never know. The more you're on charts, the more you're apt to be tempted to press the button, you know? My dog just joined us. But yeah, man, been one of them times. See, boys and girls, and this is why you try not to frame your bias off the 1 minute when you're fighting in a higher time frame bearish PD array. It's coming for your ass. That is correct, Carlos. Are you telling me that as if that's something that I'm not doing? I feel like I'm waiting for closes all the time. I mean, half the time I feel like that's all we're waiting for. We're waiting for hourly closures, 15-minute closures, 4-hour closures around 10 a.m. I feel like we're always waiting for closures. Best not be talking to me, Carlos. You best be talking to the chat. Fuck. Oh. You know what I'm saying? You best not be talking to me. Them are fighting words. Five-minute candle closure here in like 2 minutes. I won't lie. Another thing as well. We don't have any news at 10 a.m., so we don't got to worry about any of that. We had a lot of high-impact news early. PPI, obviously, retail sales, unemployment. Fed Powell was speaking earlier this morning. Didn't even realize that. This was so buried in everything that I didn't even realize he was speaking today. Due to deliver open emergencies. Okay. But anyway, because of that, though, I'd be tempted to give this opportunity here a try. If we get the closure, bearish order block here on the 5-minute, expecting this hourly gap to just continue holding into the next, if we retapped it and we had like 10 more minutes left on the hour. That's just kind of how I would think this is starting to play out. And frame something like this, perhaps. $52 stop loss. Oh, man. To the recent low is 1.8 R. Otherwise, I mean, yeah, standard four standard deviation projection. I'd probably just go to the recent low. I mean, yeah, we could fall a lot lower, I guess. I just don't know if that's worth banking on or not. This is probably going to be a micro play, though. Shit. 50 points. Nah, fuck it. No risk, no Rari. We'll do. I'll do one mini for this. While I wait, let me get this set up. This will be on the. Oh. Hang on. Set limit there. Okay. Stop. All right. Limit is set. I'm copy trading them on these Apex accounts. Or not Apex. Sorry. Trade of 8. Trade of 8, copy trading them on Trade of 8. I don't know why I said Apex. I was thinking though, guys, let me know how you guys like this idea. I'm thinking potentially we add a PM session stream a few times a week. And I'm going to explicitly use the PM session stream for accumulating 20 Apex PAs and trying to run those up. What do you guys think of that idea? But the PM session streams would be specifically only for trading Apex. Just because my take profit strategy in the beginning. Okay, so I did get filled, guys. I am trying this short for the recent low after this 5-minute change in the state. Wanting to see this hourly gap ultimately hold. We also got this inversion here. Let us see. We are in the macro. We got 7 minutes until the hourly closure. If this obviously fails, we're probably going to get the closure above that hourly gap, and I will look for longs. Yeah, I'll make a video about Apex probably over the weekend. Or maybe end of the week here. I'll make it. Yeah. But what do you guys think of that idea? Just because PM session will allow me to probably be looking for more low-hanging fruit targets, and because of the intraday trailing drawdown, I do want to manage those accounts differently than how I would manage like my Tradeify accounts, any my funded futures accounts, because it's end of day drawdown versus intraday. So I will want to manage them a little differently, which is why I want to kind of like stream separately with them. Look at this shit just going right up against me here. Bro, why is he bearish? But really simple, guys. Like, if this fails, we're gonna get the closure above here. Probably we're gonna hold on the 1 hour, or I'm sorry, we're gonna probably inverse disrespect on the 1 hour, and I'm just gonna look for longs. Simple as that, really. Dollar risk on this trade is like 1,000 even. I did one mini. To make like 1,900. Right back here at 9:30 open. Seeing some resistance there. Let's see if that can hold. Personal daily loss limit on these Tradeify 150K straight to fundeds. You have a 6K max drawdown. So max loss limit like 1,500 to 2K for the day. I used your code for my futures, but I went to TradingView. It says symbol can't be traded through this broker. Any clue if I missed a step? Oh man, Jonah, maybe send whatever is going on like on your chart, like in the Discord maybe, so I could actually like see it. I guess without looking at it, I'm not really sure. Like, symbol can't be traded. That doesn't make no sense. What symbol are you trying to trade? Are you trying to trade the continuous contract? If you're trying to trade the continuous, the NQ1, that might be your issue, and you might have to use the front month. If you are using the front month contract though, like I don't know, I guess I wouldn't know what the issue is actually. Aaron Collins says it happened to him too. I messaged help on my destitute. Then he said they didn't activate market data. Just a glitch happens with Apex sometimes. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So you might have to message support, it sounds like, based on what Aaron is saying, Jonah. But yeah, like I said, if you're using the right contract, I don't think there's an issue. So it might be something you have to message support about. Yeah, it sounds like you're using the right contract. Technology, right? Believe you me, I've had my fair of technological difficulties over the last week and a half with this PC and converting from Mac over to this. Oh my God, nothing makes me more angry than technical difficulties. It's like a pet peeve. It's like a door ding. It's like when you let your girlfriend drive your car and she scrapes your rim on the curb when she... I know, it's a 52-point stop here. A little steep. But just basing it off this 5-minute change in the state and wanting my stop at this high, it's really what we're going off of here. So I didn't want to get cute with my stop loss and like put it like right here, and then we come up in here, wick this, and then we still hold the gap and fall. So I just rather have my stop where I feel like the whole trade is invalid. The whole idea would flip from bearish to bullish in my mind. So that's the reason for my stop being here. We'll see. Kind of just stuck right here. We don't have any news coming at 10 a.m. We do have obviously the new hourly open coming here in a minute. So see what kind of behavior we get. Just not wanting to be fully bullish yet until this hourly gap were to inverse. All right, guys, new hourly incoming. Four-hour bearish SMT. I didn't see any bearish SMT actually, but maybe I missed it. I don't know. I don't really see any like bearish SMT. The more I look at this 4 hour, the more I kind of feel like I might be offsides. Looking like a stop out here. Well, I'm going to be flipping long then. Totally offside, it looks like. Totally offside. No risk, no Rari. More like fucking McDonald's now. Yep, stopped out, boys. Stopped out there. You know what that means.
Back where you fucking started, Wagey. Someone has to fucking flip the burgers, dumbass.
That's me. I'm the dumbass. My aching ass. My aching arse. What's crazy is like, so the hourly, like, look at this hourly though. This is what's fucking with me. Previous hourly candle still closed all the way fucking down here. This hourly candle opens up, we just go straight up. And now it's like, this could still manipulate and sell back off and be a bearish candle and still hold this. Is there a way I can get my vote back and like give it to Kamala? On second thought. Is that a can I do that? Am I purposely losing trades? No, I'm not purposely losing trades. I just suck ass, I guess. Good to see you back here, millionaire from Semi Trucks. Did you oh, I see you didn't give yourself a profile picture yet, so that's good. You live off of affiliates, son. Not technically anymore. But you're right, I was not making 36 to 40 grand a month from trading at any point this year, so it was definitely probably my bigger source of income, yeah. You got me, millionaire from Semi Trucks. Oh no. Millionaire from Semi Trucks. Yeah, they cut all their affiliates. Top Step did, if that's what you're talking about. There you go, Zona breakout. This is perfect. You guys sound like some of my buddies. ICT until they take a loss, and then it's like, let me actually go back to something else. I'm gonna go back to my retail-based strategies. And then when they lose with their retail-based strategies, they go, oh, actually, let me go back to ICT concepts. Actually, the best thing that I could actually promote for you guys to do if I wanted to increase my affiliate earnings would actually be to strategy jump. So there you go. You guys should strategy jump in that case. Well, shucks. Now it's just a wait and see game, honestly. Like, we barely wick this high. Shallow drive back down into the range here. I don't know. We didn't even get the... my thought process was if this was going to fail, I took the trade at the beginning of the last macro. Or, well, the beginning of the macro, I should say. So 16 minutes ago. And then we ended up getting the hourly closure here. The new hourly opened up and we soar, so I don't know. Like I said, looking at the 4 hour makes me want to be bullish. Just looking at that, but kind of a tough read. Eddie said, I'm done day trading. Took my profits from TopStep, started my own personal account, a little over 10K. Going to be trading weekly, daily time frames now. Eddie, you got fucking pissed, huh? Yeah, I'm down 1K across 3 accounts. Well, 1K per account. Bro's tired of winning. Yeah, no, I wouldn't. Like, the idea that I'm trying to ever lose trades on purpose is pretty silly. I don't know. I guess I could understand the conflict of interest. You know, blowing accounts. But then again, that also is like assuming all of you guys telling on yourself, saying that you're copy trading everything I do. If that's true, then you got to give me credit for all your payouts as well. All your past accounts, all your payouts, you got to give me credit for all those too. Because when we're kicking ass and taking names, do I get the credit for that then too? Or do I only get the discredit for if I take a loss? Oh, now he's losing on purpose because he's trying to make affiliate money. What the fuck? You guys notice how a lot of people cherry pick whatever narrative they've constructed in their head. He said no yesterday, Carlos. She's going down, says arm deep. I'm R deep. Yeah, I tried shorts already, but I don't know. Maybe we get a 4 hour power of 3 around that. Kind of the same idea, but this is just a fuckfest in here. I was a victim of one trade with the fuckfest. Wouldn't recommend VIP tickets. I would not recommend VIP tickets to this festival, boys and girls. I can tell you from experience, 2 out of 10, wouldn't recommend. Powell spoke, earlier today. I don't know if he's still going or not, but yeah, he was speaking in pre-market. That was bright. Looks like... Oh. No, I think he's done. Yeah, the stream looks like it's just getting over with here. So yeah, I think he's done now. Right now I'm trading these Tradeify straight to funded accounts, 3 150Ks. I do still have my XFAs. And I think my plan is going to be, well, one, I'll add some iFunded futures accounts to trade with the Tradeify accounts. And I want to trade Apex accounts separately though, just because I have to manage them differently early on. Like until you obviously get funded, one, and then two, once you get above, I'll probably do the 50Ks because I'm going for 20. So you get to $2,600 in profit on the 50K accounts. After that, the intraday trailing drawdown stops. So that's really going to be like my main goal with those, is to get obviously above that and then scale from there. But because I'll be trading them like with different management, I don't want to be like muddying the water with like all my other accounts where I don't need to manage like that. So I'm thinking that I may add a PM stream simply for trading the Apex accounts, honestly. Just because it'll get really, like, it's going to get really hectic on my end if I'm sitting here like fucking, you know what I'm saying? Like, imagine me sitting here right now and like a bunch of Apex accounts and Tradeify and my Fund of Futures, and I'm sitting here, I'm like fucking stressed out because I'm like, in my mind, I want to hold my trade, but in the back of my mind, I'm like, well, I got this intraday drawdown. If this pulls back against me, it's going to hurt me. Like, it's just going to make it too messy for me. And I'm going to want to absolutely decapitate everybody in the chat anytime they say anything. I guess why it's choppy. Oh, let me guess. The whole DWAP. It's not even VWAP anymore. It's DWAP for Dickwap. Oh. Oh shit. Yeah, this is nasty, dude. Okay. Just let me sleep in, honestly. Don't even let my alarms go off. Yeah, I don't even know what to make of this, boys. Waiting to see if we get any other movement here, but it's looking awfully lackluster. So this is why, like, when I started the stream, I mean, like I told you guys, my draw was the daily fair value gap and previous daily low, and then like waking up this morning, seeing that that's already hit, I'm just like, this is so annoying at this point. What am I supposed to do? I might just have to trade every time frame other than New York AM session for a while. This is wild. I'm joking, obviously, but these are the thoughts that we're all probably thinking right now. Well, yeah, the 50Ks, Twister. So the 50Ks, 33.40 with the 80% off. And then activation will be, I believe, 130 per account after passing. So yeah, that'll be my plan though. But like I said, just wanna trade them differently with management, at least early on. Like once you get that intraday trailing drawdown to stop, then it's like, yeah, all bets are off. And then it's like, yeah, let's consolidate all the accounts in one spot, and you know, can copy trade all of them. But yeah, I would just be lying if I said I wanted to manage them all the exact same. I just don't think I will. Yeah, Tom. I mean, if I'd known that this was going to be how it played out, I wouldn't have taken the trade I did. I wouldn't say that I really sized up. I just stuck with one mini instead of going to micros. I initially went down to micros. And I'm like, nah. No risk, no Rari. I stuck with the mini, so I increased my risk by like $400, but. Just waiting for this to open up here, get some volume. I mean, otherwise it's like, what are we supposed to do? The theory that I would try to lose trades on purpose would be like saying fuck it and just starting firing away shots. Shooter's gonna shoot. Dude, look at this 1 minute, bro. I mean, what the fuck? And yeah, I forget who said it earlier in the chat, but this was kind of my also just internally what was going on in my head. It's like the trend line liquidity that we're building up here. We're just building the shelf of sell side liquidity all over the place. All over the fucking place. All over the fucking place. Oops. But yeah, anyway, so it kind of just makes it feel like, you know, that's how you lose confidence in these types of trades here. It's like, it feels like with this price action, if this just continues, you're not going to want to have been in this. Obviously, if it sells off, it's easy to look back and say, oh, yeah, I could have caught that trade. But it feels like hoping right now. A little bit. But yeah, I haven't traded the XFAs in a while either. I picked a perfect time to transition over to trading other props as soon as May starts. Brett Simba's probably looking at my activity like, what the fuck? This guy's down $1,000 today. This guy sucks ass. JK. Maybe though. What is the intraday drawdown on Apex? Is this if 750 prior to making 2,600? Yeah, so your intraday trailing drawdown just follows your equity high until I'm assuming you're talking about your PAs, and then the intraday trailing drawdown stops once you get above that 2,600 mark because it's your margin plus 100. So on a 50K account, you start with 2,500 max drawdown. So 2,500 is your max drawdown for the eval and your PA. And then you add 100 as it trails up, and then it stops. But 2,500 is your max drawdown if that's what you're asking. Sharpadan Razor on the 50Ks. Do I have to pay to connect Tradeovate to TradingView if I buy 150K Apex? No, it's included. Ninja Trader's included. Tradeovate, live data, all of that's included in any eval purchases. And you can connect to Tradeovate for free. You just have to on your Tradeovate portal when you log in with your credentials. If you go to your settings and go to the add-ons section, you'll just have to make sure the TradingView free add-on is activated before you can connect to TradingView if you're trying to trade on TradingView. Copy I'm using right now is just the built-in one on Tradeovate. But I have Ninja Trader set up good to go. I'll have to get, what is it, Replicanto. And I was still kind of waiting on TradeSyncer because I might give them a try as well. But last I heard they were having some issues. So I was just giving them a little bit of chance to do some maintenance and fix all that. Maybe they have by now. I haven't. That was a couple weeks ago. But now that I'm PC gang, I got a whole new world of possibilities open up to me that I didn't have with Mac. I feel like I've been missing out. Where's this been my whole life? Ella, I saw that. I didn't see the whole thing. I just saw something about ICT students, OnlyFans, and not making money or something. Which prop has the easiest rules in your opinion? Easiest rules? Easiest rules. Interesting. I mean, they're all very, like, it's very marginal, the difference between them, honestly. Like, it really kind of depends what you're going for, if I'm being totally honest. If you're going for scalability, Apex is for sure the free and clear easy choice. It's 20 accounts. No other firm offers that. If you're going for like skipping the eval phase and going straight to funded, Tradeify. But easiest rules, gosh, and then you have My Funded Futures that has just so many different plan options depending on what you want your rules to be around, right? Do you want consistency rule in eval and or fundeds? Do you not? Like, those are all the things that I guess you have to break down what is important to you, and then that kind of determines which firm you want to go with. But easiest rules, gosh, they're all pretty similar as far as that goes, right? You're generally kind of going for the same profit target for account size. You generally have the same margin or drawdown. Obviously, with Tradeify, with the straight to sim fundeds, you do get a bigger drawdown. Like on the 150K, it's a 6K drawdown versus 4,500. So little things like that could maybe make a difference to sway your, you know, where you want to go. But I just think also if you have the ability to, I mean, I think most or all of us would try to accumulate the Infinity Stones, like Thanos, trying to get as funded with many of them as we can and milk as many of them as we can. Kind of the end game goal with the prop space. TBM's been trading software coming out a few months, has a trade copier like TradeSyncer built in, all types of connections, Rhythmic, TradeEvade, etc. Oh, is that Tradester? Yeah, we'll have to see how his launch goes with that. What is my A+ model? My A+ model would be a sweep either in London session or opening range of previous day high or low. It could be a previous day high or low, previous weekly high or low, or like in opening range, we could get a sweep of like London, Asia highs or lows. So it could be a session high or low as well. Usually sponsoring from some higher time frame, PD array, hourly, 4-hour, order block, gap, etc., SMT divergence, and then the entry model from there, like on a 1-minute time frame, doesn't really matter to me as much, but I would say I really, really like 1 minute. Like when we get a really quick 1-minute breaker / change in the state that's really clean, or like a really distinctive manipulation candle, aka order block, I really like those. I mean, there's not really a good example for right here for me to show you, obviously, but I love setting limit orders right off of an open of an order block or a breaker with a fair value gap created. I would say my least favorite entry model is inversions, but I still use them. It just kind of depends on how price forms and where I feel like I can get an entry without, you know, getting left behind. I just don't like inversions because if you're wrong, you're getting the perfect entry in the wrong direction, right? Generally you're getting totally smoked. Like, for example, even this trade, technically you could say an inversion. I mean, I didn't take the inversion entry like right off the candle closure, but like we did get a 5-minute inversion here, as well as that change in the state off this 1 hour after this right here, right? So when we got this rebalance, I was hoping this would just be an immediate rebalance and we'd sell for all of this. Obviously didn't happen, but you could see here, like if you entered off this 5-minute inversion, oops. If you entered off this 5-minute inversion here off this closure, like pretty much perfect entry in the wrong direction. Thank you. So that's the only downside about inversions. I prefer to be entering when the market is actually going against me on that time frame. Do I have examples? I mean, yeah, John. All my live streams are literally recorded on YouTube, so literally endless examples. Like, shoot, like, I have just on the live section, I got 164 live streams and counting. Otherwise, yeah. Short form on TikTok. But they're all there. I'm not gonna, I don't have one that I could just pull up off the rip and give it to you though. What's up, King? I tried one short, got stopped. L for me. Haven't re-engaged since. This is just, guys, it's coming. Don't worry, guys. Don't worry. Better days are ahead. These conditions won't last forever. You just gotta keep telling yourself that. And then they do last forever, and we're all fucked. We'll never make money trading again. Sorry. Yeah, this is nasty in here. And the sad thing is like the hourly, like my whole short was kind of based off this hourly gap holding, and then the thought that I wouldn't be bullish until this gap inversed and disrespected. Like, we're 30 minutes now into this new hourly candle pretty much, and it's still just in here. I hate it here. Yeah, shucks. And then I had someone in the chat saying that I lost the trade on purpose because I'm trying to milk affiliate money. I thought that was funny. But listen, it ain't like I'm PW out here, literally turning and burning 60 Apex accounts in a given day, and then making 25 grand in affiliate commissions as a result of it. That I'll admit, that was a little fucking sketch. I also had a little eyebrow raise with that. But that's just his fucking style, I guess. Turn and burn. Turn and burn until you get to the big P&L. I guess that's something that you can afford to do when you make $1 million a month from affiliate commissions, can't you? You know, shit. Pretty degenerate, I'd say pretty degenerate role modeling, though, if anybody's trying to be like that. Like, imagine the people that watch and, like, they do the same thing as him trading-wise without the $1 million a month coming in from affiliate commissions. Like, oh my god. Yikes. What's up, MT? No, Allie, I would agree with you. It's been, I mean, there's been some clean moves. It's just the clean moves are happening, like, never in the AM session, ever. This whole month. Like, honestly, the cleanest move, one of the cleanest moves was literally FOMC. I got left behind by, I think it was, like, exactly 1 tick or, like, 2 ticks I got left behind. And, like, in my recent memory, without going back and looking, that was, like, the cleanest setup and move of the month. And I just didn't get filled on my limit, so press that button. Dude, I already pressed it, retain. I'm down $1,000, dude. Fucking never gonna financially recover. This sucks. Get cornrows? No. Listen, if I had an afro, I would. Cause I don't know why people wear afros, bro. I just think it looks ratty. Oh, you know what I'm saying? Like, you see an athlete, he's got a freaking fro on. It's like, bro, suck it up. Get some scalp pain and get that shit braided. Oh man. Oh, the payout rules on Tradeify. Payout rules on Tradeify differ slightly depending on if you're funded via growth or advanced accounts. I do have a video on my YouTube as well, Alif, if you want to go check that out, where I kind of break down all the rules and all of that with visuals. But you have a 35% consistency rule if you get funded via the growth or advanced accounts. So you have a little bit higher of a consistency rule with that. You have no activation fee on the growth accounts, or is it the opposite? Advanced or growth? Brain fart. I think the growth is the smaller one, right? Oh, opposite. So the advanced account is like Apex rules. Intraday trailing drawdown. Growth is end of day trailing drawdown, and no activation fee. So the advanced ones with the Apex rules, you do have an activation fee, but they're also the cheapest. But either way, if you get funded with those, 35% consistency rule. And no more payout windows with those. No more payout windows with those. With the straight to sim funded, you have 20% consistency rule, and then there's a profit target that you have to hit. So, for example, with the 150Ks, you have to hit a 9K profit target. You have a 6K max drawdown. And once you hit that profit target, you qualify for a payout. And you can take 3K out per your first 3 payouts, 3,500 for your 4+, and then after that, you're probably getting moved to live anyway. So hopefully that answers your question. And then the payout caps will differ slightly based on the account size, obviously, right? You trashed the first gap model after yesterday's shit show. No, I didn't. Darluz, you fucking retard. Like, some people should have to pass like an IQ test before they post anything in anyone's chat ever. The fact that like people like Darwin, the fact that their vote in society counts the exact same as mine is so annoying. Like, fucking room temp IQ. It's fucking wild. You know what I mean? Oh fuck. People like Darluz are the only people I would ever do a private group and not YouTube stream anymore. They don't deserve the free entertainment. You like the room temp one, Zane? Yeah, it's a good one. It is okay to lose. ICT said so himself. I'll prove it. Ready? Here we go.
You're going to do it wrong. You're going to have transactions that don't pan out, that are profitable. And it doesn't mean you can't trade. It doesn't mean that your system's flawed. It doesn't mean that you won't eventually become long-term consistent. It just means that individual decision didn't pan out for you. And that's okay. That's one of the main takeaways I want you to understand.
Well, it looks like the short's playing out. Nice. Not sure how these market makers wanted me to catch it, but cue the chat. Oh, Tyler, you could have taken the fuck. Tyler, you could have taken the fucking oop-de-oop pattern up here. Tyler, why didn't you trade the middle finger pattern? Dumbass. Tyler, why didn't you trade the middle finger pattern? This looks like my father after my quinceañera. Tyler, why didn't you trade it? Tyler, why didn't you trade the middle finger pattern? It's in the ICT 1969 mentorship. Oh, dude, we probably should get a crash. If this just sells out, we'll do the crash out. Like, what do you want me to do, dude? What do you want me to do? This shit is above my pay grade here. I'm just happy to not be getting fucked. Christ. Oh, you totally missed the snake bite, yeah. Dude, you missed the wedgie pattern. See, you're here, you got a wedgie in class, and then you shit yourself. The wedgie pattern. Damn. Oh. Oh, look, the hourly. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Anyway, I don't know. How are you guys doing? How's everybody doing today? I'm not gonna do a poll yet. We'll save it for a little bit, but are you guys sitting on your hands? Are you getting cooked? Are you getting chopped? Are you pressing the button and regretting it? What's going on? Are you pressing the button and getting lucky is the other alternative? Maybe not luck. Maybe you traded the wedgie pattern. Bro, how you missed that short? I guess I wouldn't have missed it if I just used the hourly. If I used the hourly candle that formed the fair value gap, I guess if I put my stop right above the body, stopped out. Perfect stop on it. If I used the candle itself and include the wick, would have been fine, but shit. Talk about a stop loss there. I think my entry was like down in here somewhere. Jesus. Stop then would have been about 66, 67 points. Yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, you know. G. Back to this again, huh?
What the fuck is this piece of shit?
I'm really tired of playing that meme. This is like... We'll try this one.
What are you doing? Nothing. Me? Just hanging around.
Just hanging around. Ludovic, I have taken one trade. Yep, I was a short. It was a short. Off of a 5-minute change in the state in the macro. 1 hour gap. 1 hour bearish gap is this red level here. This red box on my screen. And forming all of this trend, we just keep building up even more. Like this move when it happens is going to be pretty aggressive. It's just like I don't know when it's going to happen at this point. Trying to stall in here, obviously maybe get to the next macro and set something up that looks good. But it's like, man. The moment I just fire away on any old random fair value gap like this 5-minute, it'll just get ran out. And then I'll be even more upset. So I guess I'd rather just wait this out and see if we can get something that makes sense. you know. But yeah, this was the one attempt that I took, and stop was above this high. Perfect raid on my stop, and we've been back in the gap since. So I don't know, maybe I just had the perfect perfect stop out around the 4-hour, the new 4-hour PO3. But I was kind of going off of like this hourly closure. Got a nice close inside at the low end of the gap after filling the entire gap with 2 wicks, tapping into this. I guess this would be a propulsion block, right? And then, yeah, I just didn't feel like there was any more reason to manipulate these highs again. So it is what it is. No, I wasn't, Michael. You can't prove it. Nor do I think liquidity really works like that. On my straight to sim funded accounts, I don't think I don't think my sim liquidity was you see what I'm saying? What's up, Sarah? What car do I have? Sarah, are you gold digging right now? I'm not. Listen, I'm not offended if you are. I'm just asking. I got a 2023 BMW 330iX M Sport. Ding. I would have had a Ferrari if that TP hit. That's the thing. No risk, no Rari. The 5-minute gap that we just tapped in, why are you not looking at possible entry poor conditions? Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much. Boombo clat wanker. Hard to trust this at this point. It's like just a nasty old price action gangbang. I know. Try to say that name 5 times fast. Boombo clap, wanker. Jesus. So yeah, I don't know. I'm trying to just stay patient and hands off the mouse. I did take 1 attempt short. Didn't work out for me. So last thing that I want to be trying to do is force it in these conditions, and it's like we'll get to good conditions, and like if you're gonna push it, that's when you want to push it. But this, it's like it's just your guess is as good as mine. I could flip a coin and have just as good of a chance of being correct. Or you could just trade, you know. You could literally just trade support and resistance in here until it breaks out, honestly. Eventually it'll break. It's just a matter of when. Obviously, as ICT traders, we thrive in spooling markets. So when you're in this condition, it's like a lot of the ICT logic that a lot of us employ for expansion moves isn't really going to be too effective, right? You have to kind of change your whole approach if you're going to go with it, or try to engage at this with this price. Yeah, this month has been interesting. I mean, obviously last month was interesting as well with the monthly. I mean, April was wild. I mean, obviously price limit down days, just an insane crash in the stock market. And, I mean, look at this month. I mean, yeah, just freaking low resistance straight back up. Pretty wild. I mean, it's great for the long-term portfolio. Like, long-term portfolio holdings are doing fantastic. But, you know, intraday trading ICT counts. A little bit more of a struggle so far, but... But yeah, hope you guys loaded up the boats. Hope you guys loaded up the boats, man. We were buying dips, taking sips, smacking our lips. Putting in more than just the tips in this sell-off down in here. Tell you what, boys. We was adding. Oh boy, was we adding. QQM. S&P 500. I mean, if you guys loaded the boat on any Nvidia, Tesla, any of these like blue chip stocks, if you will. My goodness, boys. The rally has been won for the books. So the long-term portfolio is looking great. That's what we know. You're going to get tired of winning? You're going to say, please, please. And I'll say, no, we have to keep winning. Do you subscribe to Bitcoin thing? What? I do have one full Bitcoin, if that's your question. I had more. I had a few. And then like a dipshit back in 22 or 21, somewhere in that time area, I thought it'd be a smart idea to diversify some of my crypto. And I migrated in my mind the excess Bitcoin into other coins, which is fine. I've had good returns on many of them. There's really only been one coin that I like actually lost money on so far, but I'm still fucking holding it. So we don't lose till we sell, boys. You guys think Sarah was gold digging when she asked what car I drive? She never said anything after that. Why does she? You know what I'm saying? Oh, Sarah, where'd you go? She go, oh, not good enough. No Rari. Fuck this. I'm gonna go in a different live chat. Damn. Well, yeah, Jin. So Jin, ICT said Bitcoin's going to 0, and like, so like when I say stuff like that, like I just mentioned, I'm like, oh yeah, ICT said it was going to 0, and then like this is when it hit 100K for the first time, and then you have like the ICT goobers in my chat that are like, he's hating on ICT. I'm like, bro, oh my, you know what I'm saying? Like, come on. How does that make me a hater, bro? I can't literally just speak a fact and now I'm a hater. Holy shit. That's how I know that's how I know a lot of that community is very liberal, sensitive, snowflakes. The truth offends them. Gosh. It's like if you're not giving him his flowers 24/7. I've given him more than enough flowers. And if he was in my chat the one day that I'm speaking facts about the things that I have criticisms about, then you know what? It was meant to be. That's how God wanted it. If I get removed from the will, it is what it is. It is what it is. You know? More for my brothers and sisters. Bullish, ain't it? I don't know. I mean, I literally said, I'm like, I'm not going to be bullish until this hourly gap disrespects. And I tried a short, didn't work out. Now I've just been trying to avoid chop. Macro is now finally just beginning. We are holding this 5-minute. And now we're trapped in between 2 5-minute gaps here. That's nice. Just drawn gaps left and right here. I mean, holy cow. I just hope you guys are staying safe. Just kidding. According to Millionaire from Semi Trucks, he wants me to tell you how to blow your accounts, and I'm losing on purpose, so you do. Now you know. What's up? Was Zek? What's this trend line thingy? Oh, this is a low resistance liquidity run. Not a trend line. How dare you? How dare you? Trend line liquidity, rather. Trend line liquidity. No, not trend line. I was wanting to see this rip through. Like your mother's hymen. Too far. Yeah, I looked into them and I'm just like, they have straight to funded as well as, I mean, I guess I have instant payouts. I am a partner with Take Profit Trader, but I haven't promoted them or promoted it anywhere at all. Because I didn't like the intraday trailing drawdown with the straight to funded account. So I'm like, that one rule was enough to make me like, no. If you're going straight to sim funded, Tradeify is, in my opinion, just a no. It's just the way to go. Granted, if you're a hyper scalper, you can knock yourself out. I do have a code with them, but I'm not going to give it out because I do not plan on trading with Take Profit Trader like anytime soon. If that changes, then yes. But I want to stay true to my word to you folks and only trade or only promote accounts, promote firms that I'm actually going to be using in the foreseeable future. So I don't want to be a full-blown affiliate whore just because. Regular trading hours? Yeah, let's take a peek. Why not? Looks good for a breakout. This is so nasty, bro. Bro, just look at this. This is a 5-minute chart. Ever since we pumped Tuesday, I guess, from basically late AM all the way through to today, it's just, bruh. This is it. This is what we're in. All New York game, all New York session price action here. Did anybody catch this sell-off yesterday at middle of New York lunch? Whee! Yeah, code Tyler, Apexia, Doctor. I'm gonna call you Doctor. A-Doc. Ape Doc. Ooh, Ape Doc. I like that. Code Tyler, Ape Doc. It's pinned at the top of the chat as well. It stopped me out and then went straight down today. You know, it kind of did the same thing to me. But we didn't go very far. Well, it's been fun watching paint dry with you folks. Yes, I'm almost 100% certain of it, Billy. But now that you're saying it, you're making me second guess. I don't know. I didn't look at them very long. Basically, as soon as like I was like, oh, I'm gonna use them because it's a name that I've been hearing, and then I'm like, as I'm looking into them, they were reviewing my essentially affiliate application, and I was waiting to hear back from them, and then like I discovered, I guess I'm like, oh, it's intraday drawdown even on the fundeds. I'm like, so I'm like, nah. Like, at least with Apex, the intraday drawdown stops once you make enough profit and you can scale to 20 accounts. So you know, I would just suck it up and scale with Apex. You know what I mean? I'd rather do that. Or if you're going to go straight to funded, yeah, just use Tradeify. I don't think you can beat them. I think they're the best option. Yeah, we are stuck for a while. I'm just kind of just watching and hanging out and just seeing how we form. I always just kind of watch and see to at least like the end of this hour and like this next macro and just see how things form. The hourly candle closure in 2.5 minutes. We may finally create this inversion on the 1 hour, but I mean, I'd kind of like to see a little bit more convincing close than like just something like if we were to close like right here. To me, that's not super significant. Like the more convincing closure would have been candle closure above this propulsion block here. I am still funded. Yeah, I have all 5 XFAs. I have 450K XFAs and one 150K XFA. They have I probably got like just under $10,000 in profit, like between the accounts sitting in them at the moment. Once you take 5 payouts like on a one singular account is the clear path to live with them though. Or unless you're talking about Tradeify. Tradeify, they can move. I mean, all firms can move you earlier if they want to. The ones that do move you to live, they can move you earlier based on their own discretion. But the clear path to live is, yeah, generally 5 payouts from one singular account. But from my understanding, they also don't have to move you to live there if they, for whatever reason, decide that they don't want to. So. Have I ever looked into ICT's first presented fair value gap that he introduced in his 2024 course? I mean, looked into it. I'm always paying attention to it and I mark it out, but I don't really look to trade it too often just because I'm, you know, if it forms like right after the open and then we trade off of it, generally I'm not looking to engage with price like for at least 15 minutes for the opening range. Generally, the earliest I want to engage is like right before or right around that first silver bullet macro. I've just been, I just feel like I've been manipulated in offside too often and get faked out too much trying to engage prior to that. Sometimes that means I miss out, but I've easily saved many more losses in heartache by doing that than by not. So we did finally get this hourly inversion 2 hours later. 2 hourly candle closures later, we finally got the inversion. And there's just not a whole lot of follow through really. Like we're Very seek and destroy-ish. Especially at the highs. And not so much at the lows. We just keep putting in failure swings at the lows and generating more sell side. I'm just going to set up a tape read. I'm going to set up a tape read. I don't know. I just don't have the confidence enough to fire away on this, if I'm being totally honest. Watching price action like this really kind of exhausts you. And I'm kind of feeling that right now, if I'm being honest. I would say, though, my tape read would adjust, like, as this puts in new highs or whatever. Because what I'm looking at here is this breaker. Bullish breaker block. And then see if it wants to go for the high. And a little follow through now. You never know, folks. I say tape read 1 second, then I might change my mind. Let's monitor this for a little bit. It never stops. Oh yeah, the chat was bullish, weren't they? Yeah, but that was like an hour and a half ago. And then we did this for 90 minutes. Whee! Might go to Asia High. Yeah, that's where this TP is set at. See, we're actually waking up. You know, it's making me a little, you know what I'm saying? So, shoot. What was this, 34? I mean, we're just going straight up here now. A lot of sorts here. Yeah, I don't know. Let's see if this can get picked up, actually. This is... Weird. All right, well, I'll put the limit on. Let's see if we actually get the pullback or not. Yeah, it took out London high. Yeah, to me, this is just... now that we're actually seeing some follow-through up here, I wanted to see the inversion of the 1 hour before even considering being bullish. We did finally get that. Obviously being sponsored from that daily fair value gap down here, so I would be open to playing this for the external high. Whether or not we get this breakdown through here or not, we have the limit. Ended up being this high finally put in, so it lines us up perfectly with OTE on this breaker on the 1 minute. Obviously, if we get like an institutional order flow entry drill, though, then might not see lower than this gap here. But entry here for me wouldn't make sense unless I was going to put my stop like below the gap. But I don't want to do that because I kind of want to include all this range as a potential pullback. So like always. Yeah, the only way I would play this gap is if I was putting my stop loss like below this gap. Because otherwise, like, what am I, I'm not going to do this. Some people actually trade like this, though. Some people literally do, like, a negative one. Like, they'll do, like, a negative over a negative 1 hour. I don't know. Not really my style. Does TGR actually trade like that? Usually it's like the volume profile traders I see trade like that. Like they'll include like a POC or a value area, high or low. Did you see that internal range liquidity taken? You talking about the previous daily low? If so, yes. Yeah. This is looking like... institutional order flow entry drill. Just tap midnight. Why is the chart is different? I don't know what you're saying. What is institutional order flow entry drill new to ICT? Institutional order flow entry drill is essentially when you have a one-sided price action going one way, spooling higher or lower. Like, you know, if you're waiting for these pullbacks to premium and discount of the range or OTE, a lot of times you won't get them. If you have like a fair value gap that's printed, price will just quickly tap into that and then go. Like you'll oftentimes, generally you'll see like 50% of the gap not even be disrespected, which is why if you identify it correctly, you know, you can have pretty extreme precision. And that's why I said if I were to take this off of this gap, I'd put my stop below the gap candle, because you're anticipating that gap to not fail, right? So you don't need to include all this. And people then usually ask, well, how do you know if it's going to be an institutional order flow entry drill? And guess what? You don't. That's the thing. It's just something that with experience and time and discretion, maybe you can get away with more than like when you're maybe first starting out. And even it's not my first choice to take institutional order flow entry drill ideas. Because more often than not, like you could take this entry and then maybe you get a little bit of profit and then it sells lower to here. And then you're kicking yourself like, oh, I should have just stayed more patient. Right. So that's not like institutional order flow entry drills really isn't my first choice for initial entries. If anything, maybe use them for pyramiding more so. But, you know, I'm more of just kind of my natural psychology, I guess, is, you know, if I can't get my entry offered that I want, then I just generally miss the move. I close my long as I see your trend line, LMAO. What? Sounds like you're blaming me for your bad decisions. Nanish is doing well. Surgery went well yesterday. So I'm going to go see her probably at some point. Yeah, we're flying now. Chop, 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 fly. These are 15-minute candlesticks here. Chop, 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 fly. We're gonna win so much, you're gonna get tired of winning. Oh no. Yeah, Callie, we swept previous day low. I mean, that was pretty much my whole bias from top down from the beginning of stream. I just said that I said I was leaning more so bullish, basically due to the daily fair value gap being hit. Holy fuck. Sorry for these messy drawings. Don't need these really anymore. Daily fair value gap hit previous day low sweep, but I did say that there was still more room to the downside if, bold italices underlined, if this 1 hour fair value gap did hold price. And here we had 1 wick, close, 2 wicks, close. This is when I was in the short here off of a 5-minute change in the state. New 4-hour candle opens and we go up, take me out, come back down, create this lower wick, switch back to bullish. Now we're flying. And I said I wanted to be bearish until this inversed and then I could be bullish. And so we did. We inversed here. I started liking the volatility that we were picking up. And, well, here we are. I just wasn't interested in, like, if we're just going to stay stuck in this range, chopping endlessly. I didn't want to be a part of that. MT, I guess you could say so. Yeah. Yeah, guys, I guess what do you consider full-time trading? Would you consider being able to make enough from trading that you'd be able to pay all of your bills and expenses? Is that considered full-time? And anything beyond that is extra? Because if that is the case, then I would say I qualify. Afternoon stream? Maybe. It just kind of depends. I am gonna run to the, well, what time is it? It's 10 o'clock my time. Yeah, I'll probably gym, go visit my sister in the hospital, make sure all things are going well. I guess if I'm back home in time, maybe I could load up. Maybe I'd load up on some Apex accounts. Maybe just it kind of depends on how we're forming. Maybe just try to get the L back on these Tradeify accounts and get back in green is a possibility as well. But yeah, if you guys like that idea of future PM streams solely for Apex, trying to acquire 20 PAs, and then obviously after acquiring the PAs, we can set milestones, but going for obviously payout number 1, you can take out of the 50K accounts, use a payout cap, right? So 2K per account. If you have 20 accounts, yeah, so what was it? So if you did like, I guess if you just did some math here, 20K or 2K times 20, so that's 40K. I don't know why. Yeah, so 40K. It depends on how you wanted to go about doing it. There's so many different ways you could go about getting payouts too. Like, I think you're first eligible for a payout once you hit that $2,600 mark on those 50K accounts. You can take $500 out per account if you want. You could, to cover your costs and everything. So that is an option. So you could take $500 out per account. Times 20, that'd be 10K. So that'd be an option. But yeah, we'll, do milestones, try to get to 100K in payouts. from Apex. We got plenty of time to do it. But if you guys like the idea of a solely dedicated stream to that, I'm down if you guys are. Until at least like I get above the buffer, at which point I won't need to manage the trades differently than I would my other accounts. So at that point I could consolidate them all. Order filled, Asia highs met, boys and girls. Look at that, man. Well, like just full-blown external high met. Previous day high taken. Yeah. All right, limit coming off here. Exit all, exit all. Shucks, man. Shucks. Yeah, the institutional order flow entry drill would have been the only way to catch this move, really, if you weren't already in a long. Asia high, external high, etc. Chop, 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 and then we just fly. Starting at the macro, though. Macro begins, we run. This is why I always just sit and wait for the macro just to see. But no coincidence here. Macro begins. Manipulate. I mean, just straight up, man. Hourly closure happened right here. That's when we finally got the hourly inversion. And then never did get a tap back into this. So, yeah, congrats to you guys if you guys caught that. Let's do a little P&L check. I'm ready for the day, boys. Let me know, let me know, let me know how you guys have done today. Yeah, I will I'll have a bunch of tutorials coming out probably here soon as well. Zach, so I'll do one about how to copy trade with Tradeovate. I'll do one with setting up NinjaTrader and multiple accounts with that as well. I'll probably make one for copy trading with Replicanto at some point here in the near future as well. And then I'll probably also make an Apex, kind of like similar to my Tradeify video. So I made a kind of just like a Tradeify simplified video on YouTube that kind of just goes over all the rules, payouts, evaluations, all that stuff for all the different accounts. And then I'll probably do the same thing for Apex because it is a little bit more nuanced in some ways. Obviously, most of you guys are probably pretty familiar though, so. But yeah, that's all the stuff that's coming here in the near future. But yeah, trade copier Haroon. Right now, just trade of it. Soon, Replicanto / and or possibly Trade Sinker, but most likely Replicanto. Yeah, nice longs, man. Nice longs. Checking the poll here. Almost 100 votes. We've got 40% red, 26% flat, 34% green. Well, based on Millionaire Semi Trucks through Millionaire, what was his name? Millionaire from Semi Trucks. Based on his logic, I also get credit for the green. If I have to take the credit for the red, I also get the credit for the green. Just using his logic. The trailing drawdown Apex because they have some strict rules on trailing drawdown. Yeah. Yep. All right. Well, hey guys, like the stream before you go. And reminder before I let you go as well. Last day. If you're brand new to Tradeify, never used them before, 40% off your first purchase. Use the code Tyler. Link is pinned in the chat and in the description of the video. Also, tomorrow, looking ahead, we do have some red folder news. Is my... Oh, this must be on Central Time now. Let's change that. Where's New York? New York. Here we go. Yeah, so 10 a.m. news tomorrow. Consumer sentiment. But I will be live, boys. I will be live. I don't know if I'll be live this afternoon. It just kind of depends on how things are going. You know, with my sister and if I can get to the gym or not. Because, bro, I haven't been to the gym once this week, and it's fucking pissing me off. Your boy's going to get fat for the summer, and we can't have that. We cannot have that. Sitting in a hospital for several hours every afternoon all week has been just gay. Not fun. But anyway, like the stream, boys and girls. Appreciate you guys being here, as always. And I will see you kids tomorrow. And I'll keep you guys updated with anything else in the Discord. If you're not in there, the link is in the chat. Or on X. So I'll see you guys there, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Thanks for coming. Peace and love, everybody.
Our trade sits at his desk, coffee in hand. The NASDAQ charts on his screen, he's in command. He's a day trader, chasing dollars and dreams. Using ICT concepts, he's got some tricks up his sleeves. From Fibonacci retracements to volume spread analysis, Tyler knows the smart money, he's gaining an advantage. He watches the market like a hawk in the sky. With every tick and every turn, he's catching the high. Running with the smart money, kicking up dust. Tyler trades a day trader you can trust. Dancing with the bulls, riding with the bears, making moves, taking risks, he's a millionaire. With the bulls, riding with the bears, making moves, taking risks, he's a millionaire.